Beneath the pale light of the full moon, Emily and I ventured into the abandoned mansion at the edge of the forest. It was said to be haunted, but we scoffed at the notion, thinking it was merely a spooky tale told by locals to keep curious souls away. Little did we know that this night would become a nightmare beyond our darkest imaginations. As we stepped through the creaking door, a chilling wind swept through the dilapidated halls, sending shivers down our spines. Dust particles danced in the air, and the atmosphere felt heavy with an eerie presence. Ignoring the sense of foreboding, we pressed on, Emily leading the way with an air of curiosity. "Isn't this exciting?" she whispered, her eyes glinting with a mixture of fear and fascination. I couldn't deny that a part of me was curious too, but I also felt a growing unease. As we explored further, strange occurrences started happening. Objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut with no apparent cause, and a low, haunting moan echoed through the empty rooms. "Emily, maybe we should leave," I urged, my voice trembling. But she brushed off my concerns, drawn deeper into the mansion's dark secrets. As we reached the decaying grand staircase, Emily suddenly froze, her eyes wide with terror. "I saw something," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "What do you mean?" I asked, my heart pounding in my chest. "I saw a figure, a shadow. It was there for a moment," she stammered, gripping my arm tightly. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end, and I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. Still, Emily insisted on investigating further. She was drawn to a decrepit room on the top floor, filled with broken mirrors and tattered curtains. As she stepped into the room, the temperature dropped drastically, and an unnatural fog filled the space. I could barely make out Emily's silhouette amidst the mist. Suddenly, a spine-chilling laugh echoed around us, and the mirrors shattered one by one, as if reflecting the fragments of a tormented soul. "Emily, we need to leave now," I yelled, fear gnawing at my soul. But before I could pull her away, she turned to me with a vacant stare, her eyes pitch black and devoid of life. Her voice, now chillingly cold, spoke in a strange, guttural language I couldn't comprehend. I stumbled back, terror gripping my heart as I realized my girlfriend was no longer herself. In that harrowing moment, she levitated off the ground, surrounded by an otherworldly aura. I knew then that I was not dealing with Emily anymore. Something malevolent had taken control of her body. With all my strength, I turned and fled, not looking back. The mansion seemed to shift and warp around me, the walls closing in as if to trap me within its haunted confines forever. The laughter and moans of the entity pursuing me echoed through the corridors. As I reached the exit, I felt a cold hand brush against the back of my neck, sending shivers down my spine. The terror pushed me to run faster, my heart pounding in my ears. It was as if the very essence of the mansion was urging me to stay, to become a part of its darkness. Finally, with a burst of adrenaline, I broke free from the mansion's clutches and stumbled into the moonlit forest. Behind me, I heard Emily's voice, distorted and ghostly, calling out my name, tempting me to return. But I refused to look back, to succumb to the darkness that now inhabited the mansion and my once beloved girlfriend. I ran and ran, not stopping until I reached the safety of civilization. To this day, I can't forget that night of terror, the haunted mansion, the malevolent entity, and the loss of the woman I loved. It's a story I tell in hushed tones, and the memory of it still sends shivers down my spine. I learned the hard way that some places hold unspeakable horrors, and curiosity can lead to a fate worse than death.